What's up, gamers? This is a bit of a shorter one as the gaming world collectively holds its breath for Gen Con and the new announcements to come. So welcome back, have a seat, let's get through the news. Thank you to my amazing Patreon members. Your support and kind words have kept me going in the past year, and I cannot thank you enough. Now live on crowdfunding, Kemet Rise of the Gods, an expansion for Kemet Blood and Sand, has hit gamefound and quickly funded. Whether you're a new player or returning backer, they have you covered. This is Kemet the way it was meant to be played, with long-awaited additions and new game modes available for play. Kemet has around 3 weeks remaining. Deep Regrets, a strategic horror fishing game over on Kickstarter, is inspired by stories like Shadow over Innsmouth. Deep Regrets will have you deciding what of your catch to eat, what to stuff, and what to sell. All the while, the fish and the regrets will be piling up on deck. Looking for something a little different, but spicy? This might just fit the bill. 20 Strong Tanglewoods launched this week on GameFound. This is the follow-up to the hit initial decks in the 20 Strong series, this time taking you deep into the ever-changing Tanglewood. Iconic fairy tale characters will battle and bribe enemies, leading to a fight with their nemesis at the end of the deck. This is a great time to jump in if you missed the first campaign, and an affordable grab if you're a returning backer. And finally, we had Marvel. Now it's time for DC Superheroes United. Build a team of legendary heroes to battle the most powerful villains in the DC universe. Same great game, same great minis with a DC twist. Catch it over on GameFound. And now on to the news. Kingdom Death Monster is gearing up for Gen Con this year with some exciting convention surprises to be found at their booth. Something golden this way comes. Fulfillment of the Frog Dog and Ultimate Showdown board continues with nearly everywhere but the EU being close to complete. Development is down to the nitty-gritty for the Red Witches with final art on order. The Parasite Queen also seems to be another big focus for the team right now, with the Wanderer's Candy and Cola topping them off. The Kingdom Death Simulator has hit the 7,000 user mark and they're rolling out endeavors at the moment. We have dates for the ship landings of Earth Under Siege Flashpoint. The US-Canada ship is due on port on July the 28th. With the EU due around August the 4th, and Australia, China, and the rest of the world on the 31st of July. Addresses are locking now for real. Don't forget they're running a pre-sale if you missed out. This should be a quick turnaround if you jump in now. Townsfolk Tussle and the new expansions are now production complete. The games are now being assembled and getting ready for pickup for transport to the port. They are hoping that even with the current shipping challenges, they'll be able to begin final delivery mid to late September. The Shadow of Yggdrasil has officially launched in the Divinus app. There's a whole new expansion to explore. The French editions of Divinus is shaping up nicely and has reached the assembly stage. French games should be picked up from the warehouse and sent out in a few weeks, and the Polish copies will follow 6 weeks later. Middara has officially come out swinging with their box size, even challenging Isaac's Frosthaven to a matchup. Act 2 and 3 officially will be combined into a single box for Kickstarter backers. Inserts are currently being designed to be functional pieces. The only bounties still needing a final pass are the Cave Sickle Queen and the Pit Boss. Pirates of Elenia is set to be a whopping 129 pages long, comparable to a standalone dungeon crawler. Delivery dates have not been announced yet. Succubus Publishing will be at Gen Con booth 420, testing some new content on the masses and introducing some new surprises. Samples of Witchbound are on the way to the studio, and language partners are working on translations for the game. The Pledge Manager should be launching soon to allow backers to pay for their shipping. In the US and Canada, Teberu's The Bad Karmas is being delivered. Mine was dropped on my doorstep Friday without any tracking information, just an address confirmation, so be on the lookout. The EU hub should begin shipping soon. They're still waiting on certification to ship in the UK. The SDK should be made available to those of you who have the prototyping kit this week. And a PC app is available for the game now, the native Mac app on the way soon. The intellectual property debate that has been delaying Forsaken continues to do so. They hope to be close to a resolution soon, and once they do, they should get right back up to speed in games being delivered. Forsaken will be demoed at Gen Con if you're lucky enough to get an empty spot, or if you already have a ticket. Still, stop by and say hello while you're there. Wave 2 shipping for Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is beginning. For the time being, only English, French, German, and Polish language sets are going out. They'll begin shipping the other languages as soon as possible. They've also shared some progress on the Stronghold, Conflux, and Cove expansions for the next campaign that is in preview mode on GameFound. Shipments for Harakiri Blades of Honor are now underway. In Europe, the games are at the hub and starting to be delivered. In the US, they should arrive in port any day now. Canada games arrived last week and are in customs. The UK and rest of world games are on a ship that was delayed until July 1st. The ship is currently sailing. If you find any problems with the components for your game, check the update for details. There will be a reprint and expansion campaign for Harakiri starting in Q4 of this year. You can find a preview page over on GameFound. We're starting to see some shots of the production copies of the Dark Quarter rolling in. This update gives us a peek at the miniatures and a few of the expansion packs. The Pledge Manager closes at the end of the week. Fulfillment for the English version of Tainted Grail Kings of Ruin is now complete. Language versions are on track to all have translations done in Q3 of this year. At that point, they'll update the manufacturing schedule. The Fall of Avalon app should be updated with 2.0 content by the end of the month. Mass production of Merchant's Cove Mastercraft is still underway with little news from the production floor. We should be seeing some pictures from the factory soon. The good news is they're still on schedule and the timeline remains unchanged. Hopefully you'll be seeing your games around late October. Into the Unknown has been hard at work stitching up the story for Kingdoms Forlorn, and this month they're proudly sharing their progress. The twisting and heavily censored version of one of the chapters is a good look at exactly how many twists and turns a single chapter can take for a night. Each night book comes complete with an intro and 5 chapters. Each chapter contains a main quest and several mini-quests that can be thrown into delves to further flesh out the stories. Only one night's quest can be done on a single story delve, so others in the group will be there to support, gather resources, and complete investigations to aid in their own quests. Investigations are replayable, but quests are not. Failing a quest will have consequences. ITU received the white copy of Kingdoms Forlorn, and there are now plenty of pictures to share. Check out the update to see them all. Shipping of Dawn of Madness has begun in the EU. Green Logistics has resolved the issue that was holding up fulfillment and packages are going out. Translated editions of Dawn of Madness are finishing up at the factory this month. A quick developer diary from Flyo states that they're reaching the halfway point on testing for Werewolf the Apocalypse Retaliation. They're also excited about their next project, the Rayman board game. Well, that's about it for this week. A little slower week in the news. I'd hoped to have another video out this week, but filming went horribly wrong and I had to trash all the footage. I've got another go at it coming up this weekend, so we'll see how that goes. I also have an unboxing video for the giant Cthulhu from Cthulhu Death May Die Relay Rising that should be published soon. Thanks to everyone who commented in the warm welcome back last week. It's great to be back, and hopefully I'll have my sea legs under me soon and videos will keep flowing. Have a great week and play something amazing this weekend.